Welcome to the Curated Beauty podcast. Jessica Christie here, a health and beauty enthusiast who became a medical practitioner to be the authority on how to enhance both your outer beauty and inner beauty for the most confident glow. Founding and owning a multi-million-dollar aesthetic medical practice in Michigan, my mission is to bring all the bi-coastal innovations to the fresh coast of Michigan. From which aesthetic treatment gives you the most bang for your buck to how to create systems to be both professionally fulfilled and still have freedom of time and relationships, we will be diving into it all. Let's talk about my trip to Texas and why I was there, what I saw, who I met, and the things I'm taking home with me. Maybe they're not physical things, but all the feels. So I was out in McKinney, Texas, traveled there from my little hometown area of Metro Detroit, and I was invited by Allergan Medical Institute. I went out there to train on the newest FDA-approved hyaluronic acid dermal filler called Volux XC. It is indicated for the jawline. So when people are looking for that contour and definition and shape, which is really such a buzzword and really highly sought after, they brought it to the market. Like they listened to what we wanted. They listened to what people were doing. They were watching what we were injecting where, and they found a product that specifically is engineered for this area. We like to replace like with like. So as we lose bone in the mandible, which is that bone along the jaw and the chin, and maybe just have some congenital deficits anyway, we're able to use a very firm product, high G prime, and something that's not going to spread easily. So it has a really high cohesivity. It sticks together. It has some sorcery to it. It's just a magical product. I can't say that during trainings because of compliance, of course, but I'm just going to tell you here from me, Jessica Christie, it is magical. So it was really fun since I've been able to use it since last fall at the product launch, at the speaker training that they brought us out for, and listening to all of the international colleagues, and then getting it in my hands and putting it in several patients and watching the course of how it integrates and how it looks. I'm here to tell you, it is magical. If you are an injector and you are not using Volux, go get yourself a training because they're so passionate about education. I love that. So I was brought down there specifically to this city. These people were waiting with bated breath to start using Volux, but they really wanted training. I find that a lot of people that carry the Allergan portfolio, to be honest, are really wanting all the training that they can get their hands on before they launch the product. And to me, being passionate about education, I love that. So I got there on a Sunday, and one of the BDMs, Carly, took me out to dinner, and we went to a place called Sister Restaurant. The name is really cool. It's because it's a sister restaurant to another really popular restaurant in town. So Sister Restaurant is in Greenville. It's right on this really cool strip, very lively for a Sunday night, especially. Very good vibe. The decor was just so Texan, but also with a little swanky modern feel. And I sat down. I've only met Carly once, so she doesn't know me, but she's like, "Hey, are you all in for a family style meal?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." She's like, do you not like anything? Do you have any dietary restrictions? No, I do not. All right. She's like, "I know this menu really well because this is one of my favorite restaurants. So I'm just going to order us stuff." So we had the best meatballs and pastas that I would not have ordered, but because they were a little bit more small, we just got to eat so many things. And octopus, carrots. I mean, who would order carrots at a restaurant? But I'm here to tell you, if you go to Greenville, Texas, and you're at Sister Restaurant, get the carrots and the linguine pasta, the clam linguine pasta. Chef's kiss, literally. Okay. So we had these 2 trainings back to back that were hands-on, one morning session, one afternoon session. I'm telling you, Carly and Nicole got there early, set everything up. She had the white papers, which are the peer-reviewed published papers that are non-biased, talking to the science and data of Volux, which is the filler that we were using, and also for Vicross technology, which is, again, I'm telling you, a gel is not a gel. Any of these plastic surgeons that are saying that, highly disagree, respectfully. I love the product engineering because it is specifically meant for an area of the face to dynamically move and guess what? Give you optimal outcomes and natural looking results. So we did these 2 trainings back to back. It was so great to be in this space. It was this gorgeous storefront called Bo MD, Dr. Barstad. He built this with his business partner. I just wish you guys could see it. It's so pretty. Head to my Instagram. There's some pictures of it if you want, but gorgeous space, really amazing community. These injectors were very advanced. It was different for me because it was the first training that I had done out of Michigan. So I don't have my medical license. I can't touch the patient in a medical regard. So they were very advanced. It was just with my guidance and with the presentation and just best practices. We talked about so many things. Then I really was hoping to have a little tiny break because I wanted to go to this place called the McKinney Hat Company. It's a little shop in the historic downtown district of McKinney, opened by husband and wife who always wanted a storefront down there. And they've lived in McKinney for over 20 years. It is this hat company that you can have one custom made for you. He carries all the straw hats, the Stetson, the Recital. George Strait wears that. And I love George Strait. And I really wanted to go there, but we didn't have time. So I'm definitely going to have to go back to McKinney because I just love that feel. And I love those stores. And I love their relationship and experience based around their business. They're speaking my love language, you guys. Okay. So I went to this steakhouse for our 3rd program of the day. It was a roundtable discussing a lot of similar sentiments, but really getting into more talking about business and how do we position these things? How do we help our patients figure out what and lead them and educate them in terms of what their problem is that they're looking to find a solution for, and how can we best educate them in a really relationship-based way. So after that, I didn't get to eat the amazing steak dinner, but I had a cocktail after, and then we went to this other local place and I learned about something called ranch water. Have you guys heard of ranch water? So I first called, I was like, what are you giving me? Trench water? I was really confused at first. But then I started learning a little bit about it with our local Texan friends. And I was very quickly needed the recipe. Okay. So ranch water is a combination cocktail of topo chico. They swear you need topo chico. They're like, this is definitely the sparkling water of choice down here by Texans. You need a blanco tequila. You need fresh lime juice or grapefruit. I found out that you can also use that, but fresh lime juice is the OG drink, and tajin on the rim of the glass. And it's served in these highball glasses over ice, and it is refreshing AF, I gotta say. So I was like, where did this come from? And back in the 60s, the ranchers, they just wanted a little bit more of a spirited drink to hydrate after this long day of working. And so that's where it came from. But of course, anything really good starts to gain a little bit more excitement around the cocktail lounges and all the who's who places. I think that many people are going to offer their own little spins, this restaurant, we also put jalapenos or whatever. Everyone's going to put their own spin on things. That's the beauty of life. But I'm going to tell you, I think Bethany Frankel, her skinny margarita, I think she was visiting Texas or had spent some time in Texas at some point. She must have. And she had experienced ranch water. Or maybe Luann did. I don't know. Somebody came up with skinny margarita, but I think that they stole it from the ranch water version. And I think if someone was looking for a little bit more of a sweeter vibe, you could add some simple syrup like Grand Marnier or whatever. But I'm definitely going to make this. I'm going to bring it back to my Michigan friends. Everyone deserves a little ranch water. So I'll just say I had the most incredible experience. The Lone Star, man, there's some kindred spirits there. I loved them. They were welcoming, warm. I felt really at home in a weird way, even though I was so far away from home. And I definitely want to go back. And it also just reinforced my love for education and that that's where I want to be. I want to be helping people in all the ways that I couldn't find help when I first started this industry. So stay tuned for more resources for me to get those platforms out there. The podcast is one, but this is just, some rough information and just a little experience about who I am, where I come from, what I'm up to. And then the Patreon page is going to be a beautiful place for other injectors to subscribe and be privy to some of my trade secrets. I'm going to work on a one-to-one mentoring program, some roundtables where we review white papers, talk shop, and also just aligning with companies that I believe in so that we can reach more people. I'm so thankful to Allergan Medical Institute, to my team that has helped me through just allowing me to free up my schedule to be there. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I'm just really coming home full of gratitude, and I'm ready for what's next. So have a wonderful day. Kick back later, maybe with a ranch water. Try it. You will love it. Congratulations, you have done it. You've reached the end of an episode on the Curated Beauty podcast and have enriched a part of your self-care by discovering something new. I hope this time together added a little perspective to your day and will ultimately boost your confidence and give you the strength to do all the hard things. As we walk through this journey together, follow our Curated Beauty podcast. And if this resonated with you, share it with a friend, save the episode, and also follow our social media platforms in the show notes. We love to engage with our listeners on all levels.